Before starting this video, I spent some time lying on my bed here thinking, should I make this video right now or later? But I need to do it anyway. But then I came up with a great idea. Why don't I just relax and take it easy and just do it while lying on this bed? I won't see any problems. It's kind of a funny story. I bought this book at one of the Aladdin 중고서점. How much was it? There was a original price which was almost 15,000 won, 15,000원. But I bought it at 4,300 won, 4,300원. And I've finished reading it. I found it very interesting and worthy of reading it. I really recommend it, especially for those who just, look to find and have some fun while improving your English. And here are 5 reasons why I'd like to recommend you to read this book as well. Let's go. Number 1, it's based on a true story. So the genre of this book is basically fiction, but it's also partly based on a true story of the author. I can say it's a combination of fiction and autobiography. Apart from learning English, when you read this book, that you can kind of see through, you can feel how he thinks about the words. And I believe all of these things can help us to become better version of ourselves and also help us to expand the perspectives that we have for this word. The main story of this book basically is about a protagonist, Craig, a middle school student, 14-year-old student, tracking himself in a mental ward, a mental hospital, and they're meeting a lot of mentally broken patients. And you might be wondering, why did he walk into a mental hospital at the age of 14 on his own? And what gave him, a big struggle and, adversary and hardship at such a young age? And will he get it over and get back to normal life? And viewers, no spoiler, you've got to find it out on your own. It's your work. Number 2, it's fun. In fact, it's written for young adults, but I didn't know it was for, under 18 children until I looked it up on the internet. And now I'm a 32-year-old adult, which means it's fun enough, it's interesting enough for adults to lose, track of time when reading it, which brings me to the next point. Number 3, Netflix. It's been also produced into the Netflix film with the same title. It's kind of a funny story. If it was not hot, if it was not popular, if it didn't catch many eyes, then it would have not been, produced into the movie, and probably I would not be making this video at the moment either. Although the vibe and mood and atmosphere of this book is quite, heavy and dark, because it's basically about mental hospital and mental patients. A lot of people are suffering from mental illness. I found many negative words such as kill myself, kill yourself, or depression, depressed, sad many times in this book. But still, people in this hospital, people in this book still can manage to use kind of positive, hilarious words. People cope with a very tough, daunting situation by responding to it as if it was not a big deal, as if it was kind of fun thing to do. I feel like the author is very good at, at adding some, positive, bright texture onto the dark, negative background. On top of that, something erotic and something sexual goes and happens in this book between middle school students. What did I do at the age of 14 or 15 at the middle school? My God. Number 4, I should have mentioned it first. It's easy to read. Most of the people give up reading books, including English books as well as Korean books, in the middle, and mostly at the beginning. And for me as well, I've taken a couple of shots and trials before finally sticking to the habit of reading English books consistently. Then why do many people quit in the middle? I think it's mostly because the books that we choose to read are too difficult, kind of out of our league. And as a result, we cannot really catch up with what books try to say. And we spend too much time on typing and searching for some words that we don't know in the dictionary than, rather than actual reading. And of course, it makes us, get bored really easily. Well, no worry anymore because this book is kind of funny story written for teenagers and, young adults. It's not really difficult to read at all. I've rated a difficult level of every English book that I've read so far, and this book ranked the lowest at the bottom, assigned just 1 star out of 5 stars. Furthermore, the later parts you move into, then the less often you need to turn your phone and look something up in the dictionary because important English expressions appear repeatedly. Number 5, you can learn colloquial English. I'm not sure I pronounced it right, but colloquial English, like conversational English. I have recently had a chance to interview a American young guy about teaching English in Korea, and I asked him during interview, what would you recommend Koreans to study when it comes to learning English? Then he gave me 2 words answer, which is colloquial English. And he added they barely speak like how are you doing, which we learn from textbooks. But what they actually use, in the normal settings is what's up. What's up? If you relate to his remark and if you want to learn colloquial English, then you've got the right one because most of the sentences in this book go in conversation rather than written style. And I think you're going to realize English that you've learned so far from textbooks is quite different from, real English, colloquial English that real Americans really use in real situations. Okay, that's all I have for today. It's time to go to bed, but I'm already on the bed, but it's an English expression. And I'm also looking forward to watch the Netflix. It's kind of a funny story after reading this book. And if I find that movie interesting and worthy of watching, especially in terms of learning English, I make sure to take time to make another video for the Netflix film. Until the next video, I hope you take care of yourself very well under this, very dangerous COVID thing situation. And take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.